Vivy, what a freaking amazing anime. This waifu has broke me a couple of times already. So let's take a quick non-spoiler look at what makes Vivy so amazing. If you're watching, definitely chime in too. So go ahead and AI smash that like and subscribe. New juicy anime videos every Friday. You're getting this Vivy anime from the X-Attack-a-Thon studio, Wit Studio. And yes, I've been keeping a close eye on them like a jelly ex-girlfriend. What have you been up to, you naughty studio? In recent years, Wit Studio has actually started to move in a direction similar to PA Works. Forget the giant naked dudes. Your own original anime is the name of the game. You might recall The Great Pretender that came out for Netflix last year. They got Vampire in the Garden, that's another original anime with Netflix attached. Even back then when they were the Attack on Titan house, when they found some time, Wit Studio released their actual own zombie anime, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. Yeah, that was a total Attack on Titan ripoff, but it was still fun. Hell, I enjoyed it, and it was even successful enough to get its own movie and mobile game. I wonder if that's still around. Getting into the world of Vivy, you're welcomed into this advanced AI world. AI robots here exist to fulfill their one main purpose. The actual backdrop to this is that it takes place in this amusement park run by AI. Watch, that's gonna be how the mouse house gets taken down. You got the protagonist singer Vivy taking stage. Oh sorry, did I say stage? It's like they purposely put Vivy in this backstage corner alley. The poor girl, she has like no one showing up to her shows. Hey Vivy, have you tried singing on future TikTok? The actual story premise here is actually a familiar one that you might have heard before. One day, Vivy's cute teddy becomes sentient. You got the rogue bear claiming humanity is gonna be wiped out in the future. Except it won't be this giant grape dude snapping us away. You could thank our new AI robot overlords for turning us into milkshakes. Now it's up to this unlikely duo, Vivy and Matsumoto. They now have to work their asses off to stop the rises of the machines. I swear, this actually could be Terminator secretly rebooting itself for the 13th time. Only, this time make it anime. I mean, who doesn't want to see anime Schwarzenegger? But seriously, Vivy gives you an excellent example of how to take this known premise and spice it up. Like, why not take advantage of dear Vivy that does not age? Something pretty awesome with the first episode is them setting up this two-parter story. The two gotta prevent this AI rights activist from being creamed. Otherwise, the dude's downfall might just speed up AI development. Great job, AI Karens. But are Vivy and that chew toy successful? I'll let you discover that fun development. A little bit of flavor I love from this anime is how it jumps through time. Post-mission, you have the time-traveling bear saying sayonara to Vivy, only to then meet up like a decade later for the next mission. Let's actually get a closer look at the characters. I mean, forget about the story. None of that matters if you don't actually care for the heroes you're following. For Vivy, she starts off pretty robotic, which makes total sense. She's an AI who desperately wants to make people happy with their music. At least early on, she gave me this awfully similar vibe to Violet and her journey. Recall Violet Evergarden? It would have almost been frightening if Yui got to voice Vivy too. Perhaps as a positive, unlike Violet, you do get development for Vivy a lot quicker. I mean, who wouldn't going through all of these time missions? Especially at times where you do have to make the difficult decisions. Like say, save people in the present day, or prioritize your mission for the sake of the future. It really does help that you are leaping through a good chunk of time. Eventually, you do have Vivy sporting Android version 139. All that really boils down to is more time for AI to advance. Naturally, you do see Vivy progressing to being more human-like as the years go by. Not only through all the cloud updates, but through her own experiences. Just realizing and seeing how much Vivy progresses and develops actually makes the later losses that much more devastating. Fun fact about Vivy, she is voiced by Yatsumi, but the studio actually went the extra mile to get a talented singer for Vivy's stage scene. You got Kairi Yagi from Sony Music shining through whenever Vivy sings her ticker off. The other side to this anime coin is Bear-kun, known as Matsumoto. He serves as a wonderful contrast. Future Boy is much more serious, more straightforward to getting the mission completed. You can see that he's obsessed with that, often to a fault. How appropriate that he becomes a companion cube later. It is a blast seeing the dynamic between him and Vivy. At times, it may even remind you of this brother and sister relationship, the Metal Edition. That said, for how go-focused this cube gets, he does carry this certain mysterious stank. All I'll say is keep a lookout on the results for a given mission. What actually makes this bear so much more fun, it's actually Jun Fukuyama playing him. You definitely know him from Lelouch or Lawrence from Holo. And here's a fun fact from the Re:Zero author. The name Matsumoto was actually supposed to be a placeholder name, but eventually it became official. So careful when picking anything temporary. It might just end up becoming permanent. On top of Vivi and her buddy, you do have the various AIs they do come across over the years. Let me only touch on them lightly to sidestep spoilers. Let me just say, I do love how the anime ties them back as sister AIs back to Vivi. Imagine that, this relationship connection despite them not being blood related. It does seem like a small detail, but trust me, it does help make any mini arc with them that much more impactful. I'm really getting a kick out of the current one, especially with Vivi taking on this senpai type of role, her being that much more experienced singer. Good thing you don't age, Vivi. One of the themes and conflicts you do see Vivi face is multi-layered. The entire reason for her existence is to make people happy with their songs. Part of that at the beginning means vastly improving her skill set. You then have this major extension that comes with their long-term mission. Let's actually save people, to make sure there is anyone around to hear your music. You might see the obvious challenge and problem Vivi is up against, which is to stick to saving humanity long-term, in other words doing whatever it takes to complete your mission. Bystanders be damned. Or say screw that and at least try to save those within your reach, which could potentially jeopardize your mission. As an audience member, I do love how the anime makes you question this yourself too. What would you do? At a high level, all of this actually makes any loss for Vivi that much more tragic. For me, it actually sometimes felt like a punch to the gut. So far, the end of the last two arcs just destroyed me. Talk about cry time. If you're caught up, you know what I'm talking about. Another aspect you'll love from this anime is it tackling AI in our world. What I mean by this is that it feels like a very timely topic with kids nowadays growing up with like Alexa. Us born in the 1900s could never imagine. So besides trying to prevent this incoming doomsday, you do have that juicy question that I guarantee is coming sooner rather than later. Like who's gonna be the first lonely dude or girl who tries to marry their tsundere waifu Siri? Did someone say the movie Her? Or a different fun topic that'll blow your parents' minds. Say a decade-old AI getting together with a 30-something. Oh no, that AI is underaged. You can imagine someone trying to cancel that. A little bit earlier you heard me bringing up AI rights too. Recently the SAO anime touched on this and is currently diving deeper with the light novels. Let me just be fair and say that I do see this being much further in our lifetime. But just don't be shocked if Alexa gets tired of your crap. Getting back to the actual anime structure, you do have to give props to how Vivi tells its story. Oh yes, I'm talking about the 2-episode arc structure. The first episode always serves to ease you into the current mission, while at the same time giving you an update on what Vivi has been up to. Then bam, you get this wrecking ball to your feels, your heart, the next episode. Top-notch cliffhangers, by the way. Part of what really brings Vivi to life is the wonderful animation from the Attack on Titan studio. You're already 8 episodes in, and you could really feel the love, sweat, and tears that the WIT studio is putting into this. On top of this, you do have extra meaty episodes too. Sorry for anyone that loves the opening or ending, which is something I think doesn't get enough credit. For any anime studio giving us more content, fricking thank you. On that note, take a look at this lovely scene. One of the episodes starts with Vivi taking stage, then fricking transitions into the anime opening. I will mention they do change it up to match Vivi giving her performance on stage. What amazing attention to detail, WIT Studio just wanted to be extra. And let me not forget, you do have an extra special sauce making a return, which includes certain scenes that are ultra god tier in their detail. Ironically, this helps to flesh out and remind you just how non-human Vivi is. These ultra high detail scenes have really become a trademark of WIT. Back when Attack on Titan Season 2 was being produced, they actually had a dedicated makeup team. You later saw them continue to spice things up in future anime, like for Best Girl Mume from the Kabaneri anime. And get this, they actually revealed spending up to 3 days for some of these scenes. So once again, thank you so much, I'm just eating it up. Other studios, take note. Of course, this isn't even getting into all the action animation scenes for Vivi. If you think she's only a good singer, you're about to get your marbles crushed. Seeing this robot waifu work her magic feels like callback to some Ghost in the Shell action scenes. And yeah, I'm including the ScarJo live action movie for that. So here's hoping the animation doesn't take a dive and blow up like the last Attack on Titan anime productions. If you know, you know, that still burns. Let's actually take a moment to appreciate just how stacked the team working on Vivi is. You got the Re:Zero author Nagatsuki Tape on scripting duty. Come on bro, how can this dude just crap out divine writing? He must be taking notes 24/7. I will mention it is a good thing that this anime project didn't crash and burn. Anyone recall his plain anime recently? Right, I didn't think so. The director on this has worked on Attack on Titan Season 1, Banana Fish, Guilty Crown. Well, at least the animation was nice for that one. But don't forget about the sound director, I feel these guys don't get enough credit. The dudes worked on Fire Force, Jujutsu Kaisen, Kaguya-sama, No Game No Life, Recreators, Your Lie in April, and of course, Re:Zero 2. The composer for the music here has worked on Lucky Star and Haruhi. Here's something I just found out recently. This actually has a light novel being released right alongside the anime called Vivy Prototype. I found out about this when I saw it at the bookstore here. Just know the light novel is lagging behind the anime a tad. The reader author said they didn't want to give anything away. And come on, I'm already craving a Vivy figure. Maybe I'll just settle for a waifu shirt. So far you do have Michelin star quality anime ingredients. The reader author, Wit Studio, not to mention the talented voice actors. You could just feel all the love being put into this original anime. With all the top ingredients, this really is set up for a success. 8 high quality episodes so far. I'm gonna be so disappointed if this stumbles right before the finish line. And I know, you've heard it before, people like to throw the word masterpiece or anime classic around. But for me, it feels justified here. This Vivy anime does have that potential. So I'm just praying, hoping Vivy lands a finale. Come on, smash the final 2 episodes. Hopefully Wit Studio has learned from The Great Pretender. Don't try to cram everything and finish up your load in such a convoluted fashion. Come on, Top A, you're steering this ship, you got it. Please Vivy, don't crash or short circuit. Make your actual anime viewers happy with your final song. No joke, this actually has Anime of the Year potential for new anime. Right now I'm predicting at a minimum it'll be in my top 10. Let's see what happens by the end of this year. And I'm still working through winter anime season. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on Vivy below. Is that your anime of the season so far? Do you see it being top 10 anime for you this year? Was there anything I missed about Vivy? Let me know below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, new anime videos each Friday. Check out these past juicy anime videos from this season and I'll see you guys later.